welcome to my channel. My name is Monet and we are all about self-love. Today we are just going to jump straight into it. We are going to be talking about how to fall in love with yourself, how to focus on you. Step 1, cut off all distractions. Cutting off all your distractions just helps you to focus on you. It helps you to grow. It helps you to be a better person. It is not selfish to focus on yourself. It does not mean that it's forever. It just means that it's for the moment. It's for the moment while you're focusing on you, and just try to get yourself together. And it's healthy for you and everyone that's around you. So just a few distractions. If there are people that distract you, cut them off. It does not mean that it has to be forever. If it is forever, that's okay too, but it does not mean it has to be forever. It just means that you're focusing on yourself, and if they love you and support you enough, then they'll support you through the process. They won't get upset or feel the type of way. You know, if you need time to yourself, then the real ones will be like, take that time to yourself then, you know. So the people that really love you and support you, they'll support it. If people don't, then that's just something you're going to have to sacrifice, because if they don't support you, then you can't put yourself on hold or on pause to satisfy other people, you know. They don't want to see you grow, and they don't want to see your growth, and you're telling them like, I just feel like I need some time to myself. They don't want to support it. They don't agree with it. Then let them go. Maybe they weren't meant to be there anyway. And if they do, maybe they'll come back around later. Just let it happen. Another thing is things that are not necessary, like television, social media, you know. For instance, social media, I post something, but I won't stay on social media all day. Watching TV, I time myself watching TV. So like, I've been trying not to, and it's not something I always did, just something that I'm trying to do. Just watch less TV. Of course I watch TV, but just time myself on it, not being watching TV every day. I do more of things that focus on my life to help me grow than I do watching TV. I spend more time doing things that are what do they call it? Productive. I do more things that are productive than just sitting down watching TV. Another thing could just be parties. You know, you don't have to party all the time, you know. It's good to spend time with friends and family, and you know, get out, have a break or whatever, but just limit your time doing it. Try not to do it so much, and just try to focus more on yourself, you know. So just detox all of those distractions and bad energies, and just try, even negative mindset, negative thoughts, and just try to focus more on you and your growth. I know you're probably wondering, well, how do I do that? How do I just, you know, focus on me? What is focusing on me? So a few healthy habits that I have, you know, you can add to it if you feel like there's some other things, but it does not mean that you have to do all the things that I'm telling you to do, but I'm just giving you some ideas. So a few healthy habits: feeding your body, you know, practice and focus on feeding your body more healthy. Changing your diet if you've been thinking about it or wanting to, whether that's vegetarian, pescatarian, whether that's just eat more vegetables, eat more fruits, eat less, eat more, whatever it is, just focus on that, whatever your goal is. Another thing that most of us lack, and I play with sometimes too, is fitness. Try to focus more on fitness, because I'm telling you, when you get older, your body is going to change, it's going to give up on you. So it's better to just, you know, start now. Even if you're older, just focus on your body and just try to make your body the way it doesn't have to be the way that you want it to look, but I would say fitness, because I don't personally think fitness is about being a certain body shape, or I don't think it's just about being healthy. I think fitness is a mindset thing. Like it's a good healthy distraction. It's a good way to get your mind off of stress. Like, it's a stress reliever. So to me, fitness is important because it just gets your mind off of all the negative things going on in your life. It just helps you it motivates you to stay focused and just keep your mind at a good pace. You know, it's a part of, like, it's kind of like meditating, you know. Another thing is self-care. I had this big thing where, for some reason, if I'm not like taking care of everybody else or answering to everybody, I get stressed out if I'm not able to just care for myself. That's a huge problem. If you're like that too, just a person that like just put themselves to the side to help, or like pay attention to other people and just help other people, then self-care is important. You have to take that time to yourself. It's okay to tell people no, not right now, and just take that time to just focus on you. A few self-care things, of course, is just treating yourself. If you want to go out to eat by yourself, go out to eat by yourself. If you want to go get your nails and feet done, go get your nails and feet done. If you just want to take a bath, take a bath. If you just want, and dedicate this time to yourself every day. Don't just do it every now and then. Do at least one good thing for yourself every day. Another thing is reading. I've been reading more just to calm my mind, stimulate my mind, learn more things that I didn't know. If you're not into reading, of course you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what you do. Just dedicate things that makes you happy. Even if it's a hobby that you do or that you love, just do it. If you love music, listen to music. If you like fitness, do fitness, workout. Dedicate at least, and don't put a time limit on how long you want to dedicate to yourself. For instance, like, we use excuses for not to do what we love because of the time. There's no time limit. So for me, fitness, I would start and then I would stop doing it because I just felt like I didn't have the time to do it as long as I would like to do it. Like, when I work out, I would like to work out for at least an hour or two. When I meditate, I would like to do it for at least an hour or two, just because I need that much time to just calm myself down and calm my mind. So it's no time limit on it. Of course, set your time out for when you can do it, but put yourself first. Put yourself before everything. Everything else in the world and everything else on your to-do list can wait. Just try to put that time into yourself that you need, because for you to be productive and for you to be able to help other people, for you to be able to do good at work every day, for you to show up at work every day, for you to do this and do that, even show up for your family, you have to take care of yourself first to be able to do all these things and be great. How do you make the time for yourself? Most of the time that you are spending on social media, you're spending on watching TV, can be used as time to focus on yourself. You will spend, not just you, me too, I would just say people in general, for some reason, we would spend at least 6 hours a day watching TV, scrolling through social media, just doing things that have nothing to do with no part of our life, right? We would spend time doing these things because I guess it's just a way for us to relax, which is fine too, but you could spend more time doing things that really just helps with your growth and just helps you. What are the important things? Important things is your job. It is work. So when you're at work, then just try to focus on work, try to focus on growing. If you're running a business, focus on running your business, focusing on saving money, focusing on your retirement. All of those things are included, growing it at work, whatever it is that your goal is, just do it. Focus more on that than you do with watching TV and stuff like that. Another thing is your environment. If you do not enjoy your environment, focusing on how to change your environment. A lot of people that grow up in like urban communities feel like there's no good parts or peace in our environment. That's just because we're not choosing to see those good parts. Changing your environment could mean just going on more walks. It could mean going to the park. It could mean going to museums. There's a lot of things in museums and stuff like that. It's not expensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It's just things that you could do to just switch up your environment and see that it is good parts. Another thing is your lifestyle. Start working on the life that you want to live, the person that you want to be, whoever it is you want to be. Just take those steps towards it. You can live the life that you want without feeling like you can't do it right now. You can make the time. You can find ways to do it. Another thing is to focus on your soul. Your soul is so important, and a lot of people don't realize this, and we realize, but we just don't focus on it. So like, when we leave this earth, we're not going to have our bodies, we're not going to have watches and designer, we're not going to have all this type of stuff when we leave this earth. So focus on healing yourself, focus on, you know, the inside, focus on what's important, what matters, focus on your heart, focus on your mindset, because that's the only thing that we take with us when we leave. We don't take our bodies, we don't take the clothes, we don't take our houses, we don't take cars, this and that. We don't take all that stuff when we leave. So when you leave, you want to leave in peace. You want to leave knowing that you did the best you could. You want to leave knowing that you were the best you could be, and you did the best you could be. So focus on your soul. That's very, very important. So not to focus on who you are today, but focus on who it is that you want to be. Step 3, make sure that you congratulate yourself along the way. That's actually the step that I'm on right now. I have a huge issue with just like keep going, but I have trouble just feeling like, and I'm learning that now, I have trouble just feeling like I have to keep going, I have to keep pushing, instead of just like enjoying the moment that I'm in right now. So that's the step that I'm on. None of this happens overnight, it happens with time. So with that, I say take baby steps, and that's what I'm doing. I started doing step 1 when I was about 16 years old, and I'm not gonna say my age, but you know, I'm there now, and I'm only at step 3. So it doesn't happen overnight. Nobody's perfect. You just take it day by day, take it step by step. But where a lot of us mess up at is that we might plan something and then we might stop and just not be consistent. So just make sure you stay consistent with these goals and just focusing on you and becoming a better person and growing in life. So make sure you don't forget, make sure you don't forget to focus on you and that you're growing. Don't forget that you're growing. Step 3 is to just like acknowledge all of the things that you've been through and all of the steps that you took to get you where you are today. Acknowledge, instead of stressing all the time, just acknowledge that you have come far, because then that will help you remember that you can keep going. So that's the step that I'm at now, just like trying to remember to acknowledge everything that like I accomplished in life. Just trying to remember that like I grew, and that doesn't mean accomplished in life as in, like I said, we don't take our bodies and stuff like that with us. None of that matters as far as your growth, like inside of who you, the person that you became, the person that you are today. That's what I mean when I say acknowledge that, like just acknowledge like the person, how good you are, and the person that you became. Like see how far, acknowledge how far you came, compliment yourself, and just like appreciate everything you've been through and you went through that brought you to where you are today. But also remember that who you are today is not who you're going to be tomorrow. So just keep going, and that's where I'm at right now, step 3. Because I know that a lot of times people say stuff and some people don't take it to the head because they assume, well, I'm not you, but everybody had to start somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. So I say that to say I'm only at step 3. So everybody came from somewhere. So it has nothing to do with I'm not you. Nobody wants you to be them. You be yourself, you be you. But it's just to say like grow in your own way, you know. These are steps that I'm taking to grow, and if you want to take them, you can take them, but grow in your own way. Grow where you feel is needed. Maybe you didn't sit down and watch TV for a long time, or you know, just maybe you don't have distractions in your life. Maybe it's somewhere else in your life that you're trying to grow. Just grow on that. But my key thing is to just tell you to focus on you, basically. And 4, keep going. Never give up, never get comfortable. Life is to be lived, and there is no happy ending. I know that most of us believe that there is this happy ending, and that's how we keep going and keep going. But there is no happy ending, because there is no such thing as an ending. Our story don't end until we die. So even when you feel like you reached that point, just keep going, because even when you feel like you're there is always growth to be made somewhere. And with that being said, I'm still training my mind to remember that myself, but I just want to share it so other people know as well, like this is a good tip. There is no happy ending, there is no end, and we shouldn't want it to be an end. We should want to keep going, keep growing, and just be the best we could be, because once you become the best you can be, then you can help someone else be the best they could be. So just remember that. Maybe keep repeating to yourself, or the more you grow and the more you progress, the more you will remember that once you just keep going and going and going and just doing what you love and try to fall in love with the process. Your mind is going to realize it, is going to sink in. So that's the part I'm at in my life. That's where I'm trying to realize and remember myself. Like, there is happiness, there is peace, but there is no ending, and it shouldn't be an ending. We should be able to keep going, because I believe that's when midlife crisis and stuff hit, because we get to a place where we're just not doing nothing anymore, and we just think like, I'm bored, my life is over. You don't feel like you accomplished all you could in life, or you feel like you sacrificed and didn't live in the moment. So that's where midlife crisis come in. So I just feel like that would help a little bit more if people just realize there is no ending, even when you're at that age and you just feel like everything's gone and you just don't have it anymore. I just feel like there's no ending. You can keep going. You can keep going, keep growing. You know, your life does not end until God decides it's okay, your time is up. The whole point of life is to keep running, keep jumping, to keep growing and accomplishing things that we have to realize and remember does not mean like physically. It could be like you just growing in the inside. Step 5 is just set your goals and go after them. Don't give up. Don't let nobody tell you to give up. Don't let nobody tell you can't do this and you can't do that, because it's not your purpose and your life goals is not their purpose and their life goals. You know, they can't tell you when to give up. They can't tell you when to stop. Don't allow people or things to just distract you. Just keep going, set your goals, and never forget to keep going after them. You know, don't allow things like TV and stuff like that to distract you, because they're on TV doing their job. You know, like they're acting, they're following their dreams, they're following their goals, and they started where you were, probably sitting down watching TV. So don't allow things like that to distract you. It's not saying that you can't watch TV. You could relax, you could take a break, but it's just to say don't forget to live for you. Don't forget to live for you and do things that you love. Remember to have a tunnel vision mindset where you're just focused on you and your goals. Have a tunnel vision mindset. That means just you don't see no distractions, you don't see no one else, you don't hear what this person said, that person said, you don't care what they said. You just have a tunnel vision mindset. And let me tell you, when I made this mindset up in my head when I was 16 years old, and I got distracted many times. You're going to get distracted. You're going to forget about the goal. You're going to get distracted. But as long as you remember and you come back to your path and your track, you'll be okay. Like, you'll be fine. There are going to be times where you want to give up. There are going to be times where you're just tired, you're exhausted, things are not working out and you just don't want to do it no more. But just remember, always come back. You know, always come back. You're always going to come back, because when it's something that you're really meant for and you're really meant to do, there is no way of getting away from it. It's going to happen one way, one how, whether it's 5-10 years down the line, it does not matter. If it's meant for you, you can't run from it. You can't get away from it. You can't run all your life. So just focus on being the best you. If you don't know who that is, then take the steps towards figuring out who that is, and just remember that that is part of the process. Taking those small steps is part of the process, whether it's you don't have the money right now, you don't have this, you don't have that, but you're planning it out. That's part of the process. You're planning your life goals. You're not there yet. You don't have the skills yet. You don't have the mindset yet, but you're studying, you're learning about it. You're taking those steps there. That's part of the process. And I had a big issue remembering that as well, that it's all part of the process. So I'm just saying it because these are all stuff made for me, because this is stuff that I thought as well. Learning who that person is part of the process as well. And the crazy part is, sorry, my camera cut off, but the crazy part is that there are going to be people that's gonna be like, well, where did this person come from? Like, where did it come from? Not remembering that people grow in life. Like, people grow, like, it happens. It's a real thing. It's gonna be some people that don't support it. They just gonna feel like, oh, you changed, which is cool, but you just gotta accept it and move on. And then there are going to be some people who support it, and they're going to cheer for you, and they're going to be happy for you. And those are the people that you want to be around. Those are the people that you want to stick around, because that means that they're growing too. They are either they're growing or they want to grow. They see the growth and they're inspired, or either they right there with you, like, I don't want this anymore. I want to grow, you know. I don't. They right there with you. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to grow too. So they're going to think like the new you just came out of nowhere, not realizing it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of dedication to get where you are today. And you're not even where you feel like you should be yet, but they see the growth, you know, and acknowledge that and realize that. That's why I say people see before we even see ourselves, you know. That's why I said to just acknowledge and congratulate yourself on your accomplishment, because you have to see that, you have to feel it so you can keep going. So instead of being stressed at those times where everything is just going so wrong and so bad, just try to appreciate it. You know, I started, like, recently now, I start laughing at times where things go wrong, because in a way where it's like, okay, you tried to get me that time, you almost got me, but you know, keep going. That's what I'm doing now. Those times where, you know, someone might come into your life and they try to distract you, or they try to, you know, stir up the pot a little bit, laugh at it. Almost got me that time. But don't give up. Don't lose focus of the goal. Or a time where you were supposed to do something but you didn't do it because you was too busy watching TV. Okay, I spent yesterday watching TV, but today, and to myself, today you go work all day. You gonna work all day. You know, be your own parent, be your own teacher. I sat down and I watched TV all day, but today I'm gonna work. And I'm telling you, you do that, just focus on yourself. Remember, I said it does not have to be anything that I said. It could be whatever you feel as though also as well, or you can add to it. But just remember to focus on yourself. That's the key. And I promise if you do that, you are going to bloom into something so beautiful and so wonderful. And I put that on my life. But thank you guys for watching. I wish you happiness. I wish you growth. And stay safe. Until next time. Bye.